On to the Pop Jack X. This time we're going to be doing the Blue Eco Cup this time. This second race an Eastern Tour. Yeah, we're beginning this entire cup with the Eastern Tour, another tour. So here's the Javelin X, our race car. I'll be using this for racing around. It's also fairly decent in battle. We have a battle car as well, which has more armor to it. I'm going to show off all the parts for it, and I'll go ahead and recolor it. Even though I do like this sort of black and yellow color, I feel like it can be a bit better. Also, some of these parts for these cars just suck. Like that last one there, where it's just like on the side of the car like that, on the side of the fucking wheels. That sucked. I hated that. This looks fine to me so far. Yeah, this is looking fine. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with that one. And the wheels. You already know what they look like. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Alright, so let's go ahead and recolor this, shall we? I don't feel we color it too much. I feel like this color scheme is actually pretty nice. I might make it like a bit more, I don't know, goldish, yellowish. And I think that'll do, honestly. As for the Anvil RTX, I'm not a huge fan of this color scheme. This is our, our armored up, beefy fucking car for Class 3, which is the last class, by the way. Yeah, the last cup is going to be very interesting. But right now, Class 3 is all we can pick for this cup. And as you can see, this color scheme is awkward. But this car is honestly kind of neat. It takes a lot of fucking like grunt damage, which I like. And as for our speedy car, it's better than the buggy. It's less fucking light than the buggy. It still has the issues, but for the most part, it's fine. Like, anytime I do like a freaking like battleground thing or whatever, that's fine. But when I do an actual race, it's like a complete fucking nightmare. Let's do an actual red color and keep the white going. Okay, so let's get on our Javelin X and begin the Eastern Tour.
Think you can match with me?
So, we're going to be going ahead and just getting for the circuit because it's kind of meh. It's not a great tour, honestly. It's just kind of like the usual tour thing where you go from like one end of the track to the other, and it's a connection of all sorts of tracks. So unless you have the shield going or whatever, a lot of the droppable stuff won't be too useful in these tours. Unless you get lucky, which you might. But, yeah, for the most part, this is just, going through the Forbidden Forest right now. We've already been through this so many times, and I'm gonna die now. Of course, it's UR86. Surprisingly, I'm still in front, but at the same time I just spawned back, I lost half my health, and now I'm gonna get blue shelled again.
No!
By Sig this time, and now they're in front of me. And now I'm 4.
Body slam!
Again, like, the AI have no fucks to give when it comes to the banning thing. It almost doesn't even exist. And of course, I die again. Because turning around that area sucks. And now I'm fucking last. So as you can tell, the AI is just douchey. But we are in, like, the halfway point, so douchiness is expected now, Especially since we now have the more fast, powerful vehicles at this point. So the AI is really going to try and, like, really boost in on us, and we're going to end up not in first a whole lot every time we get exploded. So yeah, now we're going into the fucking city. So this tour is pretty much where the problems begin. It's where we're going to end up actually seeing the bullshit. We saw the bullshit in the Forbidden Jungle. It gave us that shitty little you know, area of the fucking little juts where the water was and the tight turns. And now we're in the city where the turns are all sorts of fucked with like small jumps here and there to screw us over.
No!
I was gonna die no matter what then. The rockets or that fucking thing coming for me. But yeah, like there's a lot of problems here in the city, in fact. And then we just end up eventually going into, you know, the fucking this area, which you'd think would be fine. It's, you know, this area, but no, it's not fine, because now we're smacking into the tight turns, getting fucked by that shit, just smacking into walls in very narrow areas where there's not much room to actually avoid getting smacked on. So that sucks. Like, even the AI ends up hitting the walls. Like, it's not... These areas suck. Yeah, I'm really trying to get back in first. I'm really trying here.
We've got a real crusher going on here. Bump and grind.
And there we go. And I'm gonna die now. But, yeah. As you can see, we're doing okay. We're fighting. We're getting back into first a bunch. Eventually, we're going back in the sewers, though. And it's gonna be the part of the sewers that really sucks. So, yeah, the developers, this tour is the worst one. This tour fucking sucks. You're gonna be getting screwed over so many times in this fuck-off tour. Because it's a combination of all the worst parts about each level.
You want a little of it?
It's fucked. It's literally fucked. And with the PS4 version being as fucked as it is, oh man, it really becomes one of the hardest tracks to get through for the wrong reasons. Like the worst kind of reasons that you can give for difficulty. All I can do is just hope and pray I don't fucking lose. And I don't, but still, it's not fun. It's not fun. But yeah, I do make it through. I do get first. And we do get the fuck out of this one. So, a tough start for this cup. But afterwards, it's not going to be as tough as this fucking track, at least. Afterwards. Like, after this, it's going to be a bit more lenient on, you know, the track design and such. It's not going to be stupid. Here's the exit.
Winner by furball.
So far, the game has, you know, shown its colors, at least this port has, and it's shown how much of a dickhead it's gonna be. This is the point where things get really fucky. You'll see why.
Show him what he's
It's not a long overland tour with lots of weapons. Just watch your six and drop the hammer whenever you're feeling blue. The Eastern Tour is now ours. We got another tour in our hands. And we got a whole bunch of stuff to choose from, so let's go with this.
This is a brawl track, Jack. Keep your head down and your targets in front of you, or you'll be toast. I've seen some pretty nasty battles here, so get the big weapons and make 'em pay.
Yeah, no circuit, but don't worry, we'll get through this no problem. It's the fucking canyon, so
This is what it's all about.
we'll make it through this. But yeah, circuit race. Gonna be kinda boring. Especially since this track's also very boring. It's very dull, in a sense. Especially on the color scheme. It's just very grayish. It's not exactly the greatest thing in the world to see. But hey, a lot of defensive items to pick up on, so I can just, you know, keep swapping out when I don't have a good one. Unfortunately, the AI is just douchey, and they just really zoom past me like it's nothing. I don't have much else to say about this one. We've already kind of seen this because of the death race thing. And also because of the, rush hour thing. Yeah, the rush hour. So I've seen this a few times already. And I also avoided getting fucked by the blue shell, but then Ashlyn decides to just give me a present anyway to be a bitch. What is with Ashlyn being the biggest bitch to me when it comes to this playthrough? Have you noticed how much Ashlyn has been just kind of appearing and fucking me? And just non-stop fucking me? Especially in the Grand Prix. Like, she's always just stayed on second for the most part. Or she tries to. It's insane.
One lap finish.
Anyway. Getting rid of these guys. Just getting them out of the way.
Lots of smash and bash out there.
And yeah, as you can see, so far, you know, I'm making it through no problem. Like, despite, you know, everything, I'm doing fine so far. And I'm also screwing up the rest of the AI, who are very fucking close to me. Because have you also noticed how every time I do these races and such, they're always, like, either a second or less fucking behind me? Also, great time for the shield to stop. It's like the AI just timed it just right to fucking fire the blue shell to kill me. It's kind of like the AI know what I'm gonna do, and they just... This is actually the game. It's not the port. It's actually the game. If it's AI just being dickish. I think my rendering is fucked in the PS4 version though, but I do think that the original game was really fucked when it came to its AI just being really smart. Especially since this is like the normal play. There's a hero mode in this game. It gets worse. Anyway, I've won again. Bizarre for me. And yeah, this time, because I killed that motherfucker, they're like 4 seconds behind me. So, yeah. There you go. Another win for us. And another part for us. Which means it's now time for another race, I guess. Let's go with Crash City. Or, yeah, Crash City.
If you like action, here's a great death race along the waterfront loop. When it comes to this competition, more is better. Keep collecting weapons and keep your trigger talon tapping. Nice alliteration, yes? Good luck!
Another death race, baby. Yeehaw, we're gonna fucking kill a whole bunch of yellows. Yeah, it's nothing too special, honestly. It's not been that big of a deal. So, yeah, this is just gonna be kind of meh. And it's in the waterfront, so it's gonna be kind of in like areas we've already been to again. It's just kind of meh. But hey, we can do this, you know. We've already been through these sort of areas before. We already know the best areas to shoot them down. And hey, you know, we already know how we gotta do this. You know, we already know what weapons are good, what weapons are bad, and we also know that we have infinite fucking machine guns, so we can always take them out. You know? Especially since the AI isn't very smart when it comes to these cars, so luckily they'll be hitting the walls a lot, which means they'll be getting stuck a bit, which means we can just ram into them with our boosts. The only problem is keeping the combo, because they only spawn 4 of these fuckers, and, yeah, they spawn slowly, so you kind of have to peck them off one by one if you actually want to keep the combo going. Otherwise, if you end up killing all of them in one go, you don't get anything, and by the time they spawn, the combo's up, so it's not exactly going to be easy for me to keep the combo with the rockets. But what matters is getting the points. And as long as I keep killing these assholes, I'll get the points. So far, we're not doing too good. We're still on bronze, and as you can see, it's 100, and we're like halfway through the timer. The good news, though, is that we will eventually get to a second lap, and that will help us. Because we will be needing it. We will actually be needing it if we're going to get through this. So our silver is 140, which means our gold should be 180, right? That should be it, because that's how the growth is going, like 100, 140, 180. Well, here's what the gold is actually going to be. Yeah, it's 180. Again, get the combos going on the second lap and you'll be fine. Get the kills going, you'll be fine. The second lap matters here. And, yeah, I've won. So, once again, another easy mode to get through, because Death Race is almost always the easiest fucking mode every time. Every single time. There is almost no real challenge to this one. It's amazing how basic this is. And there you go. So now that's done, we can now move on and see what happens next.
To get them, so I rolled the die.
I took the liberty of going back through Dad's things. I found his decoder for the will. There's more on the disc. I think it's his journal.
Play it.
Mizo and I both want the same things, and we'll stop at nothing to get them. So I rolled the dice and made this bet with Mizo to avoid a costly gang war between us. The winner of the next Crash City Grand Championship race will win the other's dirty business. All I have to do is field a better racing team than him, win the big race, and Mizo and his nasty clan will slink off to whatever hole they crawled out of there.
No wonder they both want to win so badly.
My father made a wager with the Miso crime family. He's been linked to some of the worst crime in Crash City. I'm sure he's paying top dollar to field the best racers to beat us.
So we're up against the world's nastiest crime boss with the best mercenary racers money can buy. And we've been poisoned. I've had better weeks.
You must believe me, Jack. I never knew my father was into all this. Hell, I never knew my father at all.
You're not alone in this. Don't worry. We'll win.
Well, we had to get Crib back somehow. You know, we had to get some more dialogue from him at some point, right? Learn some more from him. Anyway, time for Iceland's.
I need to see some speed on this challenge, Cherries. This puppy is all about the lap times. So keep them low and the crowd screams high. Just like old times, huh?
Yeah, another fucking freeze rally, which means you have to go and try and get every single token in order to get that 10-second, you know, loss, so that we can, you know, really destroy the time here that we're given for gold. But yeah, Crew obviously set this up in order to not only, you know, fuck up and kill his opponents, and like a racing thing, which we already know that Crew is really into racing, but he's also just kind of fucking us over as well in the process. This game really showcases how much of a cunt Crew was. Like, we already knew that from Jack too, but it's given us more on the list of how much to hate Crew, you know? It's just adding to that list. Anyway, this freeze rally is very open, and some of these things you have to get are very out of the way. It's honestly just not even fun to get most of these. So, yeah, I've got not much else to say about this one. It's just kind of meh. I almost just got stuck then. That's fun. And yeah, not many opportunities to get a lot of boosts too, so... This... Oh my fucking god, I missed it. Oh, this sucks. Okay, I got it. Got lucky, I guess. But yeah, this fucking rally is not fun. Like, this one is honestly going to put a bit of a dent on, you know, everything. You really gotta go fast, and you really gotta know what you're doing. So, what else can I really say about this? Outside the fact it's one of the more difficult freeze rallies to deal with, and the fact that, you know, the fact they're all out of their way makes you waste a lot more time getting them than you would if you didn't get them. But you would get that time back anyway because the 10 seconds, and it wouldn't even last that long. You would have to put away maybe like fucking 8 seconds, maybe, of your time to get these. So you get like a 2-second bonus out of doing all of these, if you do it perfectly. Which you know I'm not going to, but if you did, it is advantageous. It's just... Also, this one is really out of its way. You have to actually know it's right there in order to fucking get that one. Otherwise, that's easy to miss. So yeah, this one goes out of its way to make you search for these, and oh boy. All the while, there's still these snowballs just trying to fuck your day up. Well, I got nothing else to really say about this freeze rally. It's just kind of meh. It exists. It's neat. It's fine. It's difficult. You deserve difficulty at this point, considering you're at the halfway point of the game. So this is, you know, fairly standard. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain. And it's more of a pain because of how the PS4 port is like. Man, this fucking high slope thing really screws you. But yeah, I do make it through no problem, and I do actually get the gold here. So yeah, not much else to say other than fucking solid shit here. And yeah, that's the freeze rally for this one. It's fine. It's difficult. It exists. And I make it through with, under 2 minutes.
The hero wins again.
There you go. So, with that out of the way, we can move on and do one more race, I guess. So, let's go ahead and do Spargus.
Welcome back to the wasteland, mates. This is where the tough get tougher and the weak get dead. Spargus was never your town, but then it'll be a good place to die.
Yep, it's another artifact race in the small desert area. We're obviously gonna beat this.
Here we go, people.
We have to get 10 of them in 4 minutes. They don't increase the score at all unless it's like a qualifier. So it's always going to be 10 otherwise. And yeah, we will obviously get 10 every time. So yeah, very easy, very basic. I will say, though, that there is something interesting about that qualifier of the artifact race beforehand that is never repeated throughout this fucking exhibition mode, adventure mode. Which is, you might have noticed that some of the lights, some of the artifacts were green on the minimap, and some of them were red. The red gave you 2, and the green gives you 1. Imagine if they actually put reds around here as well. Like, it would not last that long with only 10 score, with a fucking bunch of reds around. So you would think, you know, if that would be the case, then up the score. Make it like 15 or 20 or something like that. Make it higher so that you can add more variety into this artifact race. But no, what they end up doing is they don't give you the reds outside of that qualifier, and then you're just doing this for just 10 artifacts every time on every track in like 4 or 5 minutes, which you're always going to, you know, maybe get like halfway through that time, or even less of that even, in order to actually complete this. So yeah, 4 minutes, and if I got that, that would have been it. But don't worry, I do get it. I go this way, and with that, I literally beat it in under 2 minutes. Yeah, the artifact races are easy too because they don't really hide the difficulty on that shit. It's always like basic as. There you go.
Jack, you're looking good in the standings so far. But even if we win this whole damn thing, how do we know Mizo will keep his word and walk away?
We don't. But how do we know Crew will keep his?
Look, honey, I don't care about Mizo, as long as we get the poison antidote. Your family business is your problem.
Listen, I've been around this crime scene for a long time. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that death is always in the equation. Mizo won't leave witnesses. Win or lose, he'll try to kill us all.
I just don't think we should leave this bet to chance. My father wouldn't have.
It's not your choice, and I wouldn't start modeling your life by what your father would do. Jack will tell you where he ended up. Won't you, Jack?
Look, just keep racing and winning. I'll think of something.
Well, I see our team is doing very well on, you know, being a team and not just, you know, constantly being dicks and fucking killing me every goddamn race. Anyway, we got a new car, and it's a beefy boy. A very beefy boy called the Boomer. Yes, we're gonna be a boomer. Not this time though, next time. But first, here are the races we got so far. Let's go for this one.
Ready to rumble with the big boys? This is a snatch and run, poppies. Survival of the hungriest. Collect all you can, or you'll be the runt of the litter. And it ain't no fun at the bottom of the pile. Especially with me on top.
I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.